It's Uvalde Radio. It's Robert Miguel. We are doing the Texas 12-pack, counting down the top 12 Texas country songs of the week. And before we get into the number one song, I've got with me, checking in by phone, Mr. Steve Helms of the Steve Helms Band.
What's up, brother?
What's going on, my man?
Man, just living the dream, just trying to stay busy and relevant. That's what I tell everybody.
Well, I'm telling you what, I've heard your music, so you are absolutely relevant to me, and our listeners are eating it up. So we do appreciate what you do, and we're excited about your latest single. We've been playing it here for a few weeks now. It is climbing up the charts. We're going to talk to you all about it and just kind of catch up on some cool stuff with you. Now, I've never spoken to you. I've kind of followed you for a little bit, so I'm personally very excited to kind of get to know you here. So again, Steve Helms, for those who are listening at home that have never heard of you, let's do the quick bio. You know, it's always cool to hear about where you come from, your influences, what got you into music. So go ahead and give us that. I'm sure you're pretty good at throwing that down quick.
I'm from Cleveland, Texas, born and raised. My dad had a record deal back in the 70s, Leon Helms. Had a couple of 45s out. That's kind of how I got into music. I had no choice. I just grew up around it, you know. And I've been playing music for other people or doing my own thing for 30-plus years, man. I've been doing this my whole life. Signed a record deal in 06, and I'm working on my 5th album right now as we speak. And the latest record that's out there is Can I Buy You a Country Song? I recorded that in Austin with most of the Ace in the Hole band. Benny MacArthur, who plays with George, he played guitar for my dad whenever Benny was 18. So that's why we all got together and kind of did this record in honor of my dad. And we cut Friday Night Fever, which is an old George Strait tune, because I told Benny if I'm going to have his band with me, golly, I want to cut at least what George did.
Right.
So that's what we did. So that's why we did Friday Night Fever. We picked one off his very first album. And it wasn't a radio single for George. So we picked one that I knew, but it wasn't a single, and we just took like an old George cut and redid it. So that's most of George's band playing with me on that record, which is that was the coolest thing I've ever done, you know, hanging out with all those guys.
What a fantastic story. And of course, I mean, you being, exposed to show business early on, you must have had, musicians kind of, big names kind of crawling in and out of, you know what I mean? Those experiences growing up. But what was that like, and how did that influence what you actually do now?
Oh man, it was awesome. Just, aunts and uncles, everybody in my family played. But then whenever I was, 19 or 20, I was in a touring band. You know who Sonny Burgess is? Mm-hmm. Sonny's my cousin. So I played with Sonny on the road for 12 years. And man, we shared the stage with everybody you can name, just opening up for this guy in Denver, or being in Nashville at the Wild Horse, and opening up for, Chestnut or Alan Jackson or whoever was there that week, So yeah, just being around all those guys, it just kind of shows you how to be and how to act on stage and how to be pro. You know what I mean? Just those guys were just amazing, so you get to be around them all the time and watch them and try to emulate what they're doing,
Tell me this, is there a negative side to it? Or I don't want to say negative, but is there maybe like extra pressure added, or maybe like a competitive nature that you feel like you have to kind of rise up to a certain standard? What's that part like?
As far as the competitive part of it, I've never gotten into that part of it. I think there's room for everybody, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's room on radio stations and CD counters for everybody, I think. To me, it's not a competition. I'm not trying to do better than that guy. I'm just trying to stay busy, and if I can make a new fan every day, that's all I want to do. As far as downfall to being on the road, oh, God, yeah, there's times you want to be home, There's, over the last 30 years, there's all kinds of crap you can get into and temptations. You just try to not do it. Get home safely,
Well, Steve, like I said, I don't really know that much about you personally. What is your home life like? Are you married? You got some kids? What's the domestic side of Steve Helms?
Yeah, I'm married. I've got a grown son. He's 27. Actually about to have his first kid, so I'm about to be a grandpa.
All right. Yeah.
Yes, I'm excited. Got my first grandson coming, so hopefully he'll be a guitar player as well. We'll see. But, yeah, that's home life, man. Married, grown kids, and still playing music, buddy.
Well, again, we're excited. Your new single is called Friday Night Fever, and we're going to play that here in a moment. I do want to go rewind just a bit back, because Can I Buy You a Country Song? That is probably like top 5 of my Texas country songs over the last year or so. They've been on, kind of on Texas radio.
Thanks for saying that, buddy.
Man, and I'm not saying it's not lip service. I mean, like, it's just catchy. It's cool. You know what I mean? It's got that neat sentiment. Tell me the story behind that song.
You know what? I had the idea of Can I Buy You a Country Song? I was sitting at home. Just something about that catchphrase, Can I buy you a country song? And I even pitched that to my buddy J.B. Richards. I said, hey, man, write this with me. He said, I just don't feel that one. I don't feel it. I'm going to pass.
Oh.
So he did. He did. He passed on it. So I wrote it. I wrote all of the verses and the chorus, and I needed a bridge in there. And one of my songwriting buddies from Nashville, Cherie Hefner, I was at her place in Nashville, and we were trying to write some stuff, and I told her about the song. And she said, well, what about this? And she helped me write the bridge in there. So she got to co-write on the song. But that's how all that came to be. And then the music part of it, that was Benny MacArthur. Benny and all of George's band came up with all those parts and the signature lick, the ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Right.
It's funny, in the studio, that was the first one that we cut. And they came up with the steel and the fiddle doing that signature lick. And the next morning, coming back into the studio, everybody was humming the damn thing. It's like, man, I can't get this out of my head. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah, that's a sign of a great song right there, yeah.
we can't get it out of our heads.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, as far as that track goes, man, it's one of those songs where every time I hear it, even if I'm in a good mood, it's just going to get even better. It's just one of those songs, man, where it's positive, it's lilting, it's upbeat, but it's not like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those it's a great song, man. So kudos on you for that and the whole team for putting that out there. Again, that is the title track to the new record. Let's go back a few years, because you got that, you're really pretty well known for that Nowhere But Texas song. And that song's about, 10 years old? Had an anniversary recently?
Yeah, actually now, buddy, it's going on 12 years.
Wow, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's 12 years. But yeah, on the 10-year anniversary of the song, we recut it acoustically, and I had a bunch of my buddies come in and sing with me.
Yes.
And we cut a video with it. And like Coach Bannister from the Rangers was in it, Wade Bowen, Casey Donahue. I had Troy Aikman in it with me. There was a bunch of buddies come in and sang and helped me celebrate the song. And then about the same time, Legal Draft Brewery out of Arlington.
Yeah.
They created a beer called Nowhere But Texas. So there's a Nowhere But Texas beer out there with Steve Helms Band on the side of it.
So let me tell you a story here, okay? I was at the Texas Regional Radio Music Awards back in March. The after party was over at Legal Draft, and our friend Bree Bagwell said, "Hey, let me tell you this story about this friend of mine who's got a beer over here." So
I love her.
So we had, and she's actually in that video too. So
it's been very cool to me, man. They are very blessed on that deal.
Well, it's a delicious beer, and I can't wait to get back over there, to Arlington, so I can try it again.
It should be in your area.
No.
Beck's, Kroger, H-E-B, Whole Foods, Total Wines. Look for it.
Nice. I did not know that. Right on. Well, see, I'm not a huge beer drinker, more of a whiskey and Coke kind of guy, but you know what? Now I know. All right, I'm going to head over to the H-E-B real soon. Again, we got Steve Helms on the phone right now. Steve Helms out of the Steve Helms Band. And, man, I'm telling you what, if you haven't seen that video for Nowhere But Texas, all those VIPs you got in there, like you said, Troy Aikman, you got some Texas Rangers, Bree Bagwell, Sarah Hobbs, our buddy Daryl Dodds in there as well, too. Just, you got to go check out that video. It's just a superstar powerhouse track. But the new single is Friday Night Fever. Tell me, I guess, about I don't know, man, what's in the future? You said you're working on your 5th album, so I guess this record that we got now is...
You know what? I've never done an acoustic record.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to do an acoustic album, just me and the guitar. Maybe put 6 or 8 tracks on it, but it's just going to be me and the acoustic guitar. I've never done that. I think those albums are cool. Stoney's done them, and different people, and I just think they're awesome. So I think that's what I'm going to do, just an intimate acoustic record.
Right on, man. Well, that sounds cool. Tell me this, as far as recording goes and songwriting and recording. I mean, you've been in the game for a while. You grew up with it, so you have the influence from, your the elder statesmen in your family. What have you seen, specifically in the Texas country genre, that you're really digging the direction, or maybe something that you could be a little critical of or a little apprehensive about, versus maybe even the Nashville thing?
Honestly, I see the traditional country coming back. Mm-hmm. I really do. The Cody Johnsons and the Randall Kings, Josh Wards, Jamie Richards. I think it's making a big turn. It's coming back. And that's good for me. That's kind of my thing.
Right, yeah. Well, now, I know that we're real healthy. I feel like the Texas country music scene is still real. You know what I mean? We've got some stuff that sounds kind of Nashville-ish, but at its heart, I think it's rooted in traditional country music. Do you feel like the Nashville music machine is a little hesitant to let that seep in too strong over there, to where we have to kind of do our own thing? Or do you think that we're making progress nationally and then, world over as well?
You know what? I think it's the latter. I think that there's the Texas scene has spread from coast to coast, man. There's guys going up the West Coast and the East Coast. They're going all the way to Wyoming, and they're selling tickets. You know, I think it's taken over, and I think Nashville sees that. I really do. I mean, that's why you're seeing Cody and Cody Jinks and Randall King and all these guys are signing these big record deals, but they have total control, which is amazing. Which means they're not going to be changed. They're going to keep cutting what they cut, and Nashville just wants part of it. They want to distribute the record.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think you made a great point in that you're also seeing these Texas country format radio stations popping up all over the nation too, which is a testament to how healthy the scene is. So very cool, man. Well, man, we're so glad that you do what you do, and thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to us. Where can we find out more? I'm sure you got a website. I'm sure you got digital music available. Where can the people that just want to get your stuff, where can they go?
Brother, everything is Steve Helms Band, HELMS. Steve Helms Band. That's the website. That's all of the social media. That's Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify. It's everything. Steve Helms Band.
Well, right on, man. Well, Steve, we do appreciate you checking in here on the Texas 12-Pack. We're going to play your new single here. It's called Friday Night Fever. It's on the album Can I Buy You a Country Song? Steve Helms, thank you so much, brother.
Brother, I love you. I appreciate everything you do for all of us.
All right on. This is Uvalde Radio.
I love the sound of a jukebox playing, so I sit here while she's staying home, watching reruns on TV. I love the taste of whiskey straight, but the strongest thing she ever takes is a sip from a small glass of Chablis. Though we're birds of a different feather, our love keeps us together, and she knows what's wrong with me tonight. I got that Friday night fever. Sometimes a man just needs a breather. She knows I love her and I need her, and I'm no cheater. I just got that Friday night fever. She wouldn't change me if she could. I wouldn't change her, she's too good. Sometimes a man just needs to change your pace. Well, I've heard all those come on lines. When I go home at closing time, I know no one could ever take her place. Now she's taking down her hair, but she knows I'll soon be there to give her the love she needs tonight. I got that Friday night fever. Sometimes a man just needs a breather. Well, she knows I love her and I need her, and I'm no cheater. I just got that Friday night fever. I got that Friday night fever. Sometimes a man just needs a breather. Well, she knows I love her and I need her, and I'm no cheater. I just got that